nào. Cô đeo thì nó cầu luôn. Liêu Trình sang. Ơi thế mà không có càng sang. Ê video bộ gì đấy. Bây giờ bán chế rồi rất là về. Thấy à?
dennoch dans deux moments mieux votre mieux noir
是我按这个口，我只按这个口是在先马上就上那个音频，我在听，我上。 update beberapa我们在那个 group 里面现在算是有拍开了，就是 Zoom 你们是直接在 YouTube 里面。
Yo, what's up? Say that one more time. Have what kind of review? Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay, you want gallery view. It's actually limited. For the browser, no, it's limited, so it's just one at a time. So whoever talks shows up.
Nơi, honey nữa nè.
ओके हाय नमस्कार दोस्तों वेलकम टू स्नैपएक्स लाइव स्ट्रीम इंडिया इवेंट। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आपसे तहे दिल से माफ़ी मांगना चाहूँगा मैं, क्योंकि कुछ टेक्निकल इश्यूज की वजह से हम आप लोगों से कुछ देर से कनेक्ट हो पाए हैं। अपने बारे में इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूँगा मैं। आई एम योर होस्ट एंड दोस्त रविंद्र फॉर टुडेज लाइव स्ट्रीम एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू ज्वाइन बाय स्नैपएक्स CMO मिस्टर ई वुयेंग and हमारे वन एंड ओनली फेमस क्रिप्टो यूट्यूबर पुष्पेंद्र जी, हु इज ओनर ऑफ डिजिटल मार्केटिंग इंडिया। साथ ही दोस्तों मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा कि स्नैपएक्स आपको चांस दे रहा है 1500 स्नैप पॉइंट्स कमाने का ड्यूरिंग दिस लाइव स्ट्रीम। आपको ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं करना है इसमें, आपको ये लाइव स्ट्रीम का लिंक शेयर करना है अपनी सोशल मीडिया प्रोफाइल्स पे जैसे कि फेसबुक और ट्विटर। उसके बाद आपको एक गूगल फॉर्म सबमिट करना है, उसमें आपको स्क्रीनशॉट अटैच करने हैं। जैसे ही आप ये स्क्रीनशॉट अटैच करके गूगल फॉर्म सबमिट करते हैं, आपको 7 वर्किंग डेज के अंदर आपको स्नैप पॉइंट्स क्रेडिट हो जाएंगे आपके अकाउंट में। ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए आप डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक को चेक कर सकते हैं। वो ये
Hey,
Yeah.
hi, pleasure to meet. Hope
Yeah.
everyone is staying safe.
It's good evening from India.
Good evening to you too.
Okay. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Hope everyone is staying safe in India. I think colleagues here in Malaysia as well. Whole COVID lockdown. Stay safe. Social distancing. Wear your mask.
Actually, all are locked here. At home, all are locked. But still, we need to do work. That's what we are doing. Okay, Mr. Wu Yang, actually, I have some questions regarding SnapEx. I want to ask from you.
Yeah,
it's a kind of it's a kind of little AMA session. Okay. So so I'm throwing my first question to you. Till now, what SnapEx has done in past? Any past events regarding SnapEx?
In the
or
past,
viewers want to know. Yeah.
Okay. I think maybe I'll just start from the very beginning, how SnapEx started, and the sort of like journey that we have gone through over the years, and what we have gone, how we have grown as a startup, as a young startup, from 2017 during the Bitcoin massive Bitcoin crash. I think everyone who was in the industry itself realized that Bitcoin went up to 20,000, when Bitcoin crashed to $1,000. I think a lot of users were a bit apprehended because they couldn't find any tools to hedge their Bitcoin prices in the market. It was then that SnapEx itself was that was the how the idea came about. So we wanted to build a people platform that was easy to use for users to hedge their risks, so that in the event that there's another of these unprecedented Bitcoin crash, users know where to hedge their and to manage their risks. So we took about 6 months to develop the product. And I think it was near to 2018, sometime in November, that we came up with the product. Of course, our initial primary market was in Malaysia, in China, and in Korea. We have tested our product, went around different places, met up with stakeholders, with users. We then fine-tune our products. So all in all, we've been, well, as of today, we have been in the industry for close to 1.5 years to 2 years. We have gone through quite a number of changes, be it from the product offering, the core product offering itself, business model changes. Our team as well has expanded from a 10 to 20 man team now. I think we're about 70. It spans across
good.
Beijing,
Mhm.
China, Hong Kong, Malaysia. We even have colleagues from Korea, Turkey, Indonesia, Philippines. So all in all, I think we're still in quite a good development phase, I would say. So ups and downs, we have our fair share of teething issues. I think some of the users have followed us since the very beginning. We have had numerous issues with the apps, the bugs, but of course, we are still continuously improving our products, hopefully to bring the best trading platform to the users.
See, after all this, like SnapEx is spreading all around the world, right?
Yeah, fingers crossed. Half a year time, hopefully we'll venture into European. Currently, we're actually trying out the European market. We are also planning to penetrate into the South American market as well. So Brazil is one of our main A/B testing phase now. We are trying to conquer from the Eastern Europe side and also from the Western Europe side. It'll take some time, but our vision is to well, like you said, conquer the entire world.
Finger crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay, so is there any special SnapEx is taking any special important steps for its growth in all over the market? Like there is so much competition out there. So any important steps
Correct.
you are taking for the growth of SnapEx?
Yes, most definitely. Because before we go into or before we open up any market, we typically will study the market properly. We'll first define the market by geolocation. Then we'll try to find out where can we find relevant market. So by definition of relevant market, we are trying to look for traders, margin traders, or be it from the conventional forex stocks, or those that are coming in from crypto market itself. Once we establish relevant market, we then drill down to our actual target audiences. So for those who are trading in India, we have spent, I think, the SnapEx team has spent close to about 2 months for preliminary searches before we make the decision to step into India itself. So every time we open up a new market, it's the same process because again, we are a startup. So our resources are limited in terms of human resource as well. So we definitely would like to put most of our effort into places that we see a potential growth in. So be it developing our current market, our current countries for future development as well. It will be the same exercise, same strategy.
That's good. That's good. Impressive. Okay, one more question I want to ask that like what is the difference like then and now of SnapEx? Like earlier SnapEx version and today updated version of SnapEx.
Okay, I think that's quite a big differences. Exactly, I think 1.5 years back. I still remember when we first started with SnapEx, our app itself looked entirely different compared to what we have now. Even at that time, we didn't have it on Google. We didn't have it on Apple App Store. We didn't have it on Google Play. And we had a very simple. I don't think that our current website is the best, but what we had at that time was far less. So it was in terms of trying to get users to use our use our platform, it was tremendously difficult. Because we do not have any online presence. Users couldn't find us on YouTube. They couldn't find us on Telegram. They couldn't find us on Facebook. We had our downtimes. So at that time, we continuously changed the product. We continuously find ways to refine our product. So what we have today, I think it's like a 100% growth in terms of the functionality of it, the features that we are offering, the sort of ecosystem, be it Snap ecosystem that we've built. It's not the best that we have now, but we will be better. So our team is also currently working on the complete rebranding of the website for Q3. So that's something to look forward to. We'll be changing all the UI, UX. We have also planning to roll out some of the new features, new functions for you. So do stay tuned for all the Indian traders. this is the place to look to.
Yeah. That's why we are doing this live stream event, especially for Indian people, so that they can come to know something about SnapEx. They
That's
have
good.
some queries. That's why we are asking this questions from you. ओके दोस्तों, जो भी लेट जुड़े हैं इस लाइव स्ट्रीम के साथ, मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि ये स्नैपेक्स का लाइव स्ट्रीम इंडिया इवेंट चल रहा है और हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं हमारे स्नैपेक्स के CMO मिस्टर ई वुयेंग एंड हमारे पुष्पेंद्र जी, जो आपके फेमस क्रिप्टो यूट्यूबर हैं। और अब मैं बोलना चाहूँगा कि पुष्पेंद्र जी, आप कमान संभालें और कुछ सवाल स्नैपेक्स CMO से पूछें। पुष्पेंद्र जी। पुष्पेंद्र जी, आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी।
Okay, I hope now my voice is there, right?
Yeah.
Voice
It's there.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, I was speaking on mute. So we are already 20 minutes late. So basically, let me continue with like a small sort of questions. So first question I will ask to Wu Yang: how is SnapEx exchange protecting their user, like or like their user fund, like just like a Binance using safe wallet, and different exchange using their insurance policy and different wallet system. So how SnapEx? So first question from my side.
Of course, I think when we're going to talk about the protecting users fund, I think we can look at it from different viewpoints. Of course, first one, maybe split into when users deposit money, how do we protect their funds? Or when you start to trade on your platform, how is the platform looking after the funds that they have? And third one, of course, when users deposit their fund onto the platform, when they trade, during extreme situations, how do SnapEx itself protect how users use the fund to trade on the platform? So I'm just going to jump straight into how we treat the funds that are deposited onto the wallet itself. On the platform, we have this thing called Snap Wallet that is not openly open to the public, but it's something that is developed in-house. So every time when users deposit the funds onto your platform, the money goes into a cold wallet immediately. We use a warm wallet to manage the ins and outs of the monetary flow, the crypto monetary flow. So this cold wallet is actually not connected to the web. It's currently handled by top management. So to open up this cold wallet, we will need a minimum of 2 of 3 signatures in order for this cold wallet to be opened up. So this is put in place just to make sure that in the event that we have any hacks or any unforeseen circumstances, all the users' deposits are still safe within the platform itself. Also, at the same time, the person in charge who is given the keys to all these cold wallet, they are designated individuals that do not share the information. This again is to improve the transparency and also the integrity of the platform itself. So with regards to when users start to trade on our platform itself, we have some additional features such as a 90% mandatory stop loss. So again, because our platform itself was primarily targeted towards newer traders, so most of them who are not familiar with trading, we try to protect them by having all these additional features. So of course, the last one, like I said, when users start to trade on our platform, during extreme situations, how do we still make sure that our traders are still protected and they can still execute their trades? So we do practice what we call internalization or cross-hedging. The second feature that we have is secondary market liquidation. So when we have extreme situations, we take users' orders, we protect their funds, we dish it out to a secondary market so that users are still well protected. The third one, we have internal float, and the last one, we have the limit down features all this is to make sure that our users are well protected, funds are secure.
Okay, very well answered. So here I would like to ask second number question. What is the effect of COVID in your exchange? So as you know that right now COVID is affecting almost every industry, like IT industry, as well as here is also MCO. I think your server is based on Singapore. So MCO affecting everyone because everyone is locked down in home. So what is the effect of COVID in crypto exchanges?
I think, of course, when the lockdown itself happened, we also saw a sudden drop in Bitcoin prices. I think at that time it was 10,000, was it 10,000 or 9,500 US dollars, and then it plunged right through to 3,000, or was it 3,200, 3,005? So I think in the 2 weeks effect, the 2 weeks immediately after that plunge, it really did affect a majority of the platform, with us included as well. So the user sentiment wasn't too good. We had a massive dip in trading volume. But one thing was that the number of users trading our platform did not drop at all. In fact, during the COVID period, we see a very, very stable growth in users coming on board to our platform. 2 weeks after the incident of the big plunge, the numbers on our platform started to go back to where it is today. And during COVID period as well, we had the whole Bitcoin halving thing. Of course, that gave a very positive influence. It has rubbed off some secondary effect onto the entire industry. So in terms of effect, general effect, I think it's still quite a positive thing. It didn't really affect us too much as a platform. We are still en route to grow, en route to hit our initial targets for Q2. So not too bad, I would say.
Yeah, because this industry is like we can also do trade by sitting in home.
You're right, exactly.
So that's why not much more effect. Even while sitting in home, mostly people doing their trading and investing this time on learning. As well as if I talk about like India, so like a exchange volume is increasing day by day. Even some of exchange claim there, our user is exponential growing because of this COVID situation, because everyone in home, everyone trying to like buy, sell Bitcoin, cryptos, and
you can't go out, you stay home. You're right. You can't go out, you can't play. Either you play games or you spend some time to trade. Do good.
Yeah. So because right now stock market also affected and other industry also affect, but still Bitcoin is growing. So
You're right.
This is a good thing. So what are the some of biggest challenge you face as a CMO?
Right. Good question. I think it's always about trying to balance up what the users want with respect to what the team itself can develop. I think we are always out there trying to listen to the opinions, suggestions, or criticisms from our users, because we are from the marketing side. So we are a lot closer to the clients. Our frontliners will always get very constructive feedbacks from our users, and we'll typically summarize all these things, and then we'll try to feed back to our back-end tech team. And it's always the issue of trying to balance how fast they can take all these considerations and then produce it into a feature that users want. For instance, like copy trade, I think a lot of the users has been asking this, and I think we have heard about we've heard them. Trying to balance this speed issue is going to be, I think it has always been a tough part in my personal role. As much as we'd like to give out new features every other days, but in order to make sure the platform is stable and to provide a secure platform, so all these features most of the time needs to be properly tested, needs to be properly thought about before we actually put out the platform. At the end of the day, we are in the money related business. So any downfall or any shortfall will result in a very unfavorable situation. So we're trying to avoid things like this. So to all the Indian users, thanks for your support on SnapEx itself. If you have any opinions or suggestions, kindly do just comment. We are here to hear. We will hear you out.
Okay, very well answered. So here, so a lot of users ask also same question, and as well as a lot of users also comment about same question. Ask me means they are asking many person even asking same thing, like why SnapEx withdrawal fee is too high? Because whenever someone withdraws, so they have to pay like a $500 something, 500 USDT something. So if I compare to other exchange like a I don't want to take a name of any big exchange. So their price is like a $2, $1, $1.50, something like that. So why SnapEx is charging too much amount in case of like a withdrawal? So because so many users ask same question. That's
Okay.
why I'm asking. And you are also taking my feedback. So that's why. And feedback is important.
I agree. Truly agree as well. So I'm just going to put out the disclaimer out there. So SnapEx do not take any fees from any of these transfers. The money that you pay or the money that we charge is all put into paying the miners. So we don't take any cut from any of the fees that you pay to us. I think maybe some of the platforms out there, not named, they charge a bit lesser, maybe simply because I think the platform itself, they probably subsidize a portion of it. This is also something that we are trying to look into. We currently do not have a system in place to adjust the price of the transaction fees based on the complexity of the or the traffic of the blockchain itself. But it's something that we're looking into. So in the future, hopefully, when the traffic is not that congested, our system will be able to down tune it so that users will not have to pay as much. But this is something that we're still working on. Point taken. We do agree that sometimes at times our fees are marginally higher than the rest of the platform. But a good feedback anyway. Good feedback.
Because sometimes what happens, some users like a trade with like very less amount, like $200 and $100. So whenever like or sometimes what happens, like they earn some profit, then they want to withdraw. So that time they have to pay like a very high fee. I don't know, $5 something. So this is the main reason. That's why I asked a user question, and yeah, I'm very thankful you are taking such kind of question very seriously. And now I would like to ask one more question. So what is your future plan after this COVID situation over? Because I'm expecting, let's say after 2 months, this situation is over. Then what is your future plan? Like any event in India or any education plan or seminars or so that's I want.
Yeah. As mentioned earlier, due to the recent COVID-19 lockdown, most of our earlier plans some of the ongoing events as well has been cancelled due to health and safety reasons. But nevertheless, we are actually in the midst of planning up our WTC too. So for those who joined the competition back in March, we are in the midst of preparing the World Trading Competition in June. So in the March competition, it was an individual competition, but in June's competition, it will be a team event. So we are also taking into consideration all the suggestions and comments from our traders for the WTC 1. So we are also hoping to be able to deliver a smoother competition in June, and also to be able to reach out to even more traders across the entire globe. Furthermore, we are also currently working on the entire rebranding exercise. As I've mentioned earlier, we are going to change up quite a number of UI UXs. We're trying to rebrand the entire company so that it's a lot closer to the traders or a lot closer to the audiences whom we are trying to provide our services to. So do stay tuned. It's interesting time. So a lot of things are planned. I think next week as well, we'll be rolling out some of the API features that the users have been requesting for. We have quite a number of products, newer features down the pipeline for Q3 and Q4 2020.
So that's it from my side, Ravinder. So this is a very good session. Even we will do such kind of sessions like next week or next week, because or I hope here so a lot of people are also watching from India. So I would say in Hindi, भाई like कर दो सभी हैं.
Yeah, like कर दो and channel को subscribe कर दो. And thank you Pushpendra ji. Really, मतलब this kind of sessions we are required like every week on weekly basis. Or
Yes. So many user wants like such kind of like sessions, and we should also like awareness is the like one part. So if we will aware users and we will ask such kind of questions, definitely it's a great way.
Sure Pushpendra ji. Thank you Pushpendra ji.
Okay,
thank you. थैंक यू. मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि आपको जैसे कि पता ही होगा स्नैपएक्स इंडिया स्पेशल कॉम्बो एक आपके लिए गिव अवे प्लस कंपटीशन बनाया गया है स्नैपएक्स की तरफ से, जो कि आपका स्टार्ट हुआ है 15th ऑफ मई से और जो आपका चलेगा 28th ऑफ मई तक 12:29 एज पर IST टाइमिंग, यानी कि इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड टाइमिंग. इसमें दोस्तों आप जीत सकते हैं 33,500 स्नैप पॉइंट्स तक, और साथ ही एक लकी विजेता को मिलेगा इसमें iPhone 11 जिसका कॉस्ट होगा 950 USDT. जी हाँ दोस्तों, 950 USDT iPhone 11. सो अपनी कमर की पेटी कस लें और इस कंपटीशन के लिए तैयार हो जाएं और कोशिश कीजिए कि आप इसमें पार्ट लेके कुछ ना कुछ अर्न ज़रूर कर सकें, क्योंकि यहाँ पर बहुत कुछ है आप लोगों के लिए. जुड़े रहिए स्नैपएक्स इंडिया अनाउंसमेंट चैनल के साथ, वहाँ से आपको टाइम टू टाइम अपडेट्स मिलेंगी. साथ ही स्नैपएक्स के ऑफिशियल यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें, सो दैट आपको वीकली जैसे भी कुछ अपडेट्स आती हैं रिगार्डिंग वीडियोस, आप उसको चेक कर सकें, देख सकें. ओके, नाउ थैंक यू मिस्टर ई वुइयांग and Pushpendra ji for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Yeah. You want to say something?
No. I think stay healthy, stay safe, and happy trading.
Yeah. Thank you so much. जी बिल्कुल दोस्तों, स्वस्थ रहिए, सुरक्षित रहिए और एंजॉय कीजिए ट्रेडिंग को स्नैपएक्स पे. बाय बाय.
All right, see you. Bye bye. Take care.
Is it done, bro? Hello.